Hello, darling. It's Jennifer from the patio. Happy Monday to you. I hope you had a fabulous weekend, and I hope this day finds you healthy and happy in whatever order you would like it to be. So we are continuing to work in this tall, skinny journal. We made this last week. It is just a little, tie policy closure. It has a 1 pull-out tab and 2 pull-out tabs. Now remember, we are making this, well, I am. You can make yours however you want to, but I'm making it with just book pages. Let me put the other one in first. Okay, so I'm making it with just book pages of any sort. So all of these are different book pages. Of course, this is a butterfly book that I have. And this is a Spanish book that I have. This is Edith Holden. And of course, I used an atlas for this policy closure. I'm having a little difficult time getting that back in. Now, you just need to act right or I might have to hurt you. Okay, so anywho... So anyway, that's what we made the other day. So I have a really cool project for us today, but I wanted to introduce another element that we can definitely use in our journal, and it is envelopes. You know why? Because they're free. They come in the mail. This was... I don't know what it was, but I get a lot of stuff, especially this time of year for like the Samaritan's Purse and just, lots of other things. And so I'll keep all the envelopes and also bills. So I have a really good one from my electric company that has a really nice big window too. So that's what we're going to use today. We're going to make a very tall pocket with a tall tag. I'm going to give you an example. It's not made, this one is not made out of an envelope, but it's, it's kind of the same basic, but we are going to use a tall tag in this. Isn't that so gorgeous? I was thinking about whether or not we could use this, but this is Tim Holtz collage paper, and we can't use it in here. However, what I thought we could do is we could use some napkins. Don't we all have just paper napkins? Surely you keep some from Thanksgiving and Christmas and the holidays and the birthdays or whatever. So if you do, definitely think about pulling a few out because I think we're going to use those in this journal. So, anywho, that is what we're going to make. It's just a tall tag, but we're going to actually put this whole page in our journal. So when we put it down... I like to go back to front, so when we put it down, it's going to be a little big, but I'm just going to pull it to the edge. It's still going to give me room to bend, to fold in, and I'm okay with that. So if you have, even if it sticks over just a little bit, it's not going to matter because it's just going to add, we can actually ink it or do something. So we may just have it, pull out to the side. We could also do a flip if we wanted to and have it flip and then use this part to do it. I don't know. We're going to do, well, we can do a flip out. I definitely have that on my list, but today I just had this, so don't let me get off on a tangent and do something that I didn't have planned. Okay, so anyway, please get out those envelopes. Keep them if anybody's been, if those bills are coming, not if anybody, because we all have bills, but anyway, keep those envelopes. So today I'm going to put something on the back of this so that when you pull the card out, you see it. And I'm going to use this little piece, but I want to show you a book because I'm trying to show you ways that you can use other things. So when you're out and about, you're at the library, you're looking on their discarded rolling bin, or you go to Goodwill or a thrift store or half-price bookstore, look for things that say artist, like artist journal. Well, I found this book, and I think I found it at Goodwill, and I'm sure it was not, because I told my husband, I said, it's even signed, and I felt bad about tearing it up, but then I thought, well, it's a beautiful book, and I'm going to use all the pictures. So anyway, look at that. They're all hand-drawn. He's, you know, it's an artist journey of the New Jersey shore. How cool is that? So anyway, it's just, anyway, I thought it was just really pretty. I love hand-drawn things. So I pulled a piece out, and so I'm going to use that one. And then anything else that you have that you think, let me put this up. Let me get, the other thing too that I wanted to show you, they have these little books all the time at thrift stores. And it's, I used to play the piano, and so my mom kept all of our, look, $1.50. Hello. And so I took piano lessons as a kid, and we kept all of our books. This is really good paper, but music sheet paper, and I love this color. So, and of course, I just have sheet music galore because my grandmother was a pianist, and so is my mother. So I have vintage. I mean, I have a lot of sheet music, and I really do need to put some bundles together and put them on my Ko-fi shop. And let me know, is that something that you'd be interested in purchasing? Is some vintage sheet music? Let me know, because I have hundreds and hundreds of sheet music. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna do that. And the other thing is, look around your house and just see what you have. But I was looking in a bin and I found this. And I thought, you know what? How perfect would this be if this picture is back in the back? Look at the fence. Doesn't that look like the fence? I mean, how cool is that to stick that down? I just think even just like a little piece would be pretty cool. So anyway, I got that out and left it out so that we could play with that today. And it's kind of coming apart, but that's okay. You know, I mean, that's what makes it fun. So, okay, so let's go ahead and do this first, and then we'll start working on everything else. So I want to just stick this to the back in here, and I want to give myself a little bit of space. I think it went all the way to the edge, and I want to see the words down at the bottom, and then I'm going to pull it out just a hair. Yes, you can still see the P a little bit. Let me pull it out just. I'm trying to get it even on this side and that side. Okay. Nope, I need it this. Nope, I need it this way. Okay, so it's not going to be a really big stick down, meaning like I'm not going to put tons of glue on it, but enough to stick it down. So I'm just going to use my Lineco, and then I'm going to just look in here, and I'm going to just put it all over here. And while I hold it down, because I just don't want it to come up. Okay, and I'm sticking it to the back. I've made a mistake before where I've stuck it to the top, and then when I put my thing, I'm like, oh, you can't see my tag going in there. I have made that mistake before. I know. Okay. So, see, and already that looks just really good already. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little slit off the top. Let me go ahead and I'm just trying to think if I want anything else in there, just to give it some strong. I don't really think I do. I think I'm good. So let me glue this little baby down, okay? So I'm going to go on where the glue was before. And then sometimes you have to be careful because I don't want it to glue inside of here. I don't want any of that glue to even get close to where my tag would be sliding in. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying to you? Okay, let me get this. My little fur babies are just laying by the door waiting for their daddy to come home, but they don't know it's going to be another 45 minutes. So, okay, I need a drink. I'm sorry. This is just water. It's very sunny today, which I find fabulous. I told my daughter the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. I said, can you even remember the last time we didn't have those clouds in the sky? And she goes, last year. And I'm like, I know, right? So, anywho, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a little sliver off the top. I mean, just a sliver, just to open it up. That wasn't little enough. Let me see if that did it. Yes. Because I really kind of need that real estate a little bit because I'm going to put a notch up here. Yes, I am. We are going to put a notch at the top. And I do not, yeah, I think I'm just going to do both layers. So I'm going to just kind of line it up there. Give it a little, I'm keeping those. Okay, so there we go. And already it's a pocket. So now we have to deal with this. And I think what I'm going to do, I found this and I just thought this would be so cute to put some stamps on here. But I don't want it just to be plain. So here's what we're gonna do. I didn't get it out, but I did think about it. So I need, this is my blue one. So hold on. I'm getting my little inkies. I'm gonna get my blues and my greens. Okay. See, that's what's fun about this because we can just add whatever color we want. Oh, that's a pumice. That's okay. We may need that. Okay, so I've got 2 greens and 3 blues. This is Stormy Sky. So I think that's what I want to do is just kind of put some, I kind of just want to put a little bit of color on here before I stamp. I just want to spruce it up just a bit, okay? And you know, I can go all the way up there too if I want to. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get out my tape because I don't want to get it on my little, let me do this. I don't want to get it on the window. And this will come up okay. I kind of got it, I kind of got it on the envelope part, and I don't want it there. Okay. All right, you be nice. I'll just do that side first, then I'll put it on the other. Okay, let's just do Stormy Sky. That kind of looks fun, huh? Let's just do a little bit of something. We are just coloring things up, you know? Because I want to add color to this. I'm going to do a little bit of sandstone or something down there. I don't want it so dark, but let me see if I can take some of that off. I can probably do it without getting it on there. And maybe I can use like a cleaner or something to get it off. So how are y'all doing? How's everything going with you? You got lots of things going on? You got some fun projects? Hopefully you're working along with me and doing a tall skinny journal, and even just doing your own thing in a tall skinny journal. I love that. And if you are, hey, I just want to say, go over to my Facebook page, Jennifer from the Patio, and pinned at the top is my group. And it's a group for Jennifer from the Patio. You can go on there and show me what you're working on. And I have a couple of people that just are always posting, and I love it, love it, love it. And I'd love more people. The group is not very big because, I just started this business thing. And, not business, but, this thing. So, anyway, I'm just going to add a little different color in there. There you go. Just kind of, that's what a sky looks like, right? You got to add just a different colors of blue. Okay. Let me get, I don't really want green because it's not really grassy. It's more sandstone, and maybe the pumice would do good, right? Pumice stone. Let me get, I'm going to have to get a new one because I do not have one for that. Let me see what I have over here. Well, I don't have one, so we're going to have to make it up. Let me see. I do have extra ones that I haven't used. See, like that. I haven't used that one, so let's do this. Let's just do it and see if we can get some. You gotta love mixing colors together with your. And what I'm gonna, do you know what I'm gonna do with that? I don't know if that's gonna adhere to it or not. I have some chalk paint that I use a lot, that I just stick my finger in it, and then I just do like this, and just, I just go over it. You can't even tell it was there, I do that a lot, and I love it. So let me just put a little bit of something up here. Let me just put a little something. There. I love this stuff. It dries so fast. You can use it with just all kinds of things. Oh, that's a little too much. I'm just trying to get just a little subtle effect. Okay, you can still kind of see that just a hair. Nothing wrong with texture. We're just jumping right in today, aren't we? Well, you know what? Last week I kept y'all for so long, and I'm okay with an hour video, but you guys might not be. And I appreciate it if you watched all the way to the end. I appreciate you for sure, because you could have been doing 10 other things. But I tend to turn someone on and then just kind of let it run, and then I listen to it, but I don't necessarily have to watch it. But that's just me, That's just me. Does that kind of look like the beach? I feel like it does. Okay, so now I have these out. So let me see what kind of ink I have. Let me let this dry for just a minute. Okay, already that looks really good. And I can definitely take that off the glass. That's no problem. Okay, love it. Love it. Okay, what I want to do too is while that's drying, let's go ahead and work on our tall tag. So I measured the envelope, and it's kind of 3.5 is what I'm thinking is it. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, it's 4. Okay, so our tag can be 3.5. So let's do a 3.5 tag. And this is 9.5. So let's do a tag that's 10.5 or 10. I want it to be tall, to go all the way to the top. So it's 8.5, it's 11. So we could do 10.5, and then it'll be right there, and then we can put a grommet and have that ribbon just coming out the top. How about that? And yes, these are flushables. I do not use flushables that in my toilet. Someone gave me a whole big package of these, thinking that they were, because I tell them I use baby wipes and stuff to clean my hands and while I craft. And anyway, they gave me these, and I was like, oh, that is so sweet. And then I'm like, oh, they're flushables, and guess what? I don't even care. I use them because they're wet, and, you know, they're fine. So, anywho. Okay, so there's that. So let's see about a tag and what we're going to do to it. Okay, I'm loving that. That looks really good. And then we're going to stamp on it. Okay, a tag. We need something that's 11. Okay, so that's 9.5. That would actually just be perfect for that. Remember, we're using some book pages and stuff. You guys, I can't help it. I love this text. Look how pretty that is. I just love it. Bantam, Banta, Banyan, the banyan tree. Babataz, arrogant, arrogancy, arrest, aromatic. I'm thinking I'm going to do this. Okay. So I said 3.5. Let me see how tall this is. Oh my goodness, it's exactly 11. That's going to be perfect. Okay, the only problem is I'm going to have to use my tall ruler because my little chomper I can't use because it's not big enough. So I'm going to mark it. Okay, to that is 3.5. Let me do it at the top. And I want it to be 3.5. Excuse my arm. So there's that. There's 3.5. And then I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it here, and let me go back up at the top. Let me see if I can. It's on that little mark right there. Got to get it right. Got to get it right. This thing, it tears so good too, so I'm good. Let me see. This doesn't look like, that looks... Okay, these are all lining up, so I'm going with that. Let me hold it down firmly. Firmly. Okay, here we go. And then we're going to do it on this line. Right here. Okay. That's going to make a fabulous tag. And it's ripped, and we are going to love it. We are gonna love it. Yes, we are. Okay, so it's a little tall, but I think I'm okay with that because we're gonna put, okay, I have to back it. So I'm gonna back it on a file folder. Okay, and I have one right here because we need it to be sturdy. And this is, even though this is 2 pages, it's still bendable. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a file folder. Let me see if it'll, nope. Nope, it won't. Okay, so let me just go ahead and rip that and get that kind of where we want it. And then I'm just going to have to cut around it. And it's just is going to be what it is. I could get Big Bertha out, but she's kind of cozy all up in that shelf over there. And she don't want to come out all the time. So I'm not going to make her if she don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what am I going to use? I was thinking about using some of this Tombow. I don't know. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. Okay. Or at least on the edges. Maybe I could do some... Maybe I could do some... Because this doesn't get all over. It beads up. Do you see how it kind of beads? It's like it's not a long straight line. It just kind of beads up. Now I'm going to get my glue stick and just kind of glue down the middle. Ha! Ah, don't do that! Okay. I think that's going to be just fine. Check it for poison. Oh my gosh. I just love my life. It's just too funny. Okay. It's almost time for another giveaway, ladies. It sure is. How about the first 5 people who type in, "Hello, darling." Actually, it's not darling. That's what my dad used to say to me. This is why I love to say, "Hello, darling." Although that really is from all of the black and white films that I've seen so often. But if you type in, the first 5 people have to be from the United States because the mail is just crazy right now. And I'm going to send you a little goodie. So put in the comments, "Hello, darling." And then maybe just one word that describes what you like about this channel. How about that? "Hello, darling," and then one word that describes what you like about this channel. And then I'm going to send you a little something, something. How about that? That sounds like a winner to me. Okay, so let me see. You know what? I think I'm just going to tear it because in that way, they're all the same. You know what? I like to tear from the big part. You know what I mean? I like to tear from the big part. Now let's see if I can do it. I sure can. You can do anything you put your mind to. Yes, you can. Okay, let me just butt it up against here. And then press firmly after we check it for poison. I can overdo a sentiment or a movie quote or whatever. So just, you know, bear with me. I'll get over it and then I'll move on to something else. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're going this way. Okay, so I really love that other tag, that red one, but that was scrapbook paper, so we can't do that, but that's okay. We're going to put something nice and big and tall on here, and I know I've got something. I do. Let me get those little wrinkles out. Okay, so that is all good to go. It's all sturdy, and it's kind of ripped on the edges, and I love that. So let me get out. Let me see. It is exactly 11. It's a little less than 11, so let me see what it looks like in my journal. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fine. but just it depends on where we, that's going to be fine. It's going to stick out and be fabulous. Okay. Fabulous, darling. Okay, so we already have this. So you know what would look really cool on here is some music paper. Kind of pulled and ripped, I mean. I don't know about this. Somebody got in here with some marker. Probably me when I was a little girl. I don't know if this is one of mine or not, but I know I've had these, but I don't know if that particular one is. Let me get out my scrap bin and just see what I have in here, because I know I have all kinds of like just different text and music. That one's already ripped, but I don't really want it straight like that. I want it to be kind of ripped down. And yeah, like something, I don't know, that's too, let's look and see. Let's just see if that's what I want to do. If it was solid, it might be one thing. But you know what we need to do first, and I think that might make a difference, is let's get out our chalk paint and just let's do a little finger painting. You know what I'm saying? Let's just do some finger painting. That will stain. That will not come up. So just so I know that, because I've tried to scrub on some before and I'm like, what in the world is that crazy talk? Okay, so let me get out one of my flushables. If they're good on the booty, they got to be good on this. Okay, good. Okay. Let's play. Let's just do a little play. We're not going to think about it. We're just going to put some stuff down. Maybe some little thicker than others. Maybe just like, you know, kind of like what we did on that. Just a little bit, you know, just to kind of bring them together, right? Gotta have some going up the side. Okay, I like it. Now, color. What do we want to do for color? Now you're going to see this up here. And the bottom you're not going to see. But we are going to have an Adirondack chair, some birds, maybe a little, see, got like some waves, some birds. I'm definitely going to put this and this there, and I might put the pail on this if I have room, but I think it's going to look good. And then this, if we're going to go with, because see, once you pull it out, you're going to see that. So I'm trying to think what I have, especially something that's large. Let me see what I have. I have, okay, remember, Jennifer, you can only use book pages. Okay, hold on just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, I have some bird cutouts already, and just some things that I've already cut out. Now, whether or not they're going to fit on here. Oh, that's pretty. Look, that would be so pretty to see that in there when it slides down. let's see where we're at. Aromatic and aspiratus, oriental liquor. Oh, distilled from palms. Molasses. Okay, I didn't know that. That would be pretty. So I could do that right there. So right under aromatic. Okay. Let's do that. And then I can twist those to the back. Okay, and I want to add some color. Okay, so that fussy cut turned out pretty good. Okay, so I want to add color to it. This is more of an autumn color. Okay, so let me I have blue on here already, so let me just add to it. It'll just kind of give us a sky look. This is a stormy sky, which is a little, actually it kind of matches him, huh? We don't want him to blend in too much, do we? I just want a little bit. Just a little bit. Some green looks like it's coming through too. I'm going to do this pumice stone down on the bottom. It's a pretty gray. And if I can just come in from the edges, yeah. Try the whole home decor. It's folk art, so you can get it anywhere, but I think this is Hobby Lobby for $8.99. Of course, you know, when their stuff goes on sale, you can get it cheaper. And it's a pretty big bottle, but Michael's also carries this, and you don't have to get, I've had this forever, and it lasts a long time. But just get the matte finish, and then you can use it to just, you know, just give your piece a little bit of distressed look in the background, you know. Just it added something to put on there. Okay, so let's see. We're going to put him right under aromatic. And then what else do we want? I kind of would like to have something behind him. And remember, I can't use a whole lot of stuff, so it's not like I can, you know, I'm not going for the Tim Holtz kind of stuff, you know. Okay, so I want this edge to be straight, because I want it to match up with the edge. Let me just cut that real quick. I just want that right. There. Okay. And I just want something to go right here. Okay. That's a little. Okay. I want him there, and then this to go to the edge. Okay, and then pull him here. And then I'm going to put a word or something right there. Okay, let me ink. I'm going to ink them up and ink that and ink this, and then I'll be right back. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'm on my last piece. And make sure I'm filming. Okay. And I just wanted to give him just a little bit. I didn't want that border because I didn't get it whenever I trimmed it. I just, you know, fussy cut it and left some white, and that's okay. I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit of vintage photo on it so that it's okay. So there, I've inked everything up. I cut the edges off that. I kind of added a little bit of blue to that just to have it. And I think I'm gonna just add a little bit of brown too, just to add in there. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue this down right under the yielding Kim. And I'm gonna butt it up against the edge. See, that's the fun of doing it with just music, book pages, and book pages or anything. So I could have found like a different colored book page or whatever, but I'm okay with that. I'm just kind of going on the fly here a little bit. And I like it. I like to work like that. So let's just put that to the edge. I need to make sure those are down because it's going to be going inside that pocket. We still have to get that done. So that's going to be... Okay, so let's get this birdie down. So it's going to be like this. And then I'm going to put some kind of a word or number or something. I'll tell you what I do is I just have strips of paper and then I just put numbers on them. And from book pages or whatever it may be. Ooh, I kind of like that. Let's do that. Okay. I do. Okay. So there's that. So you can use stuff like that. Of course, we have butterflies and things like that we can use. If you have some, you know, but I also have butterflies I can cut out of a book too. So, okay. So I'm going to glue this down and then I'm going to cut the edges off. So I might just, I don't know how that's going to work. Let me do this first. I was thinking about, I think I'm just going to, you know, like turn them over. But I don't want them to keep the card from sliding in and out. But I kind of like it, so when I'm journaling on the back, I'll just see a little bit of it. He was a pretty bird too. Daddy's going to be home just a little bit, Bubba. That's his buddy. Like he loves his daddy. I have glue all over my fingers. I do. Make sure this one's down. Oh, it was. Okay. I still need to do that back part. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to put this number here. It looks like it's been used with this. So let me just trim this little edge off. Kind of. kind of want to take a little bit off the bottom. So kind of match it. Whoops. I need to hold on to that. Okay. And then I will just rip that off. Okay, so there's that. So let me ink it up. I think we're already getting at 40 minutes, so I don't want to keep you ladies and gentlemen too long. But we're just having so much fun playing together. That's really what this is, just to play. And I like to put creases in it. You just bunch it up, and then just wherever it creases, you just put a little bit of, and it just makes it look good and old, and I like it. Okay, we're just going to put that right there. That looks good. Okay. Hoop-de-doop-de-doo. Okay, so then that'll be done with the card, and then we will put a grommet in the top of it. I'm trying to finish the whole thing on these, so each day I'm gonna, you know, I kind of want it, oops, I just pulled it. Okay. Okay, I like it. Okay, let's put this in here. Put these back over here. Put this up here. Put that on there. This goes over here. Let me just try this. These are not really that wet. They're not like a baby white, but I mean, I hate not to use them because someone was nice enough to give them to me. And they do work a little bit, but not to get some really deep-seated glue out of there. See, look at that. I got like furry hands. Okay, so let's put a grommet in there. So I need my big hole punch. And we are looking at about right here. And you know, I don't normally measure, but I thought I would this time. Look at me. Okay, do I need a backing on it, or am I good with just the grommet? If you haven't heard before, these are Craft Me More, the best grommets. I love these. Okay. Let's get the old crocodile. Okay, that looks fabulous. And this doesn't go here, that goes there. And then this goes here. And I don't like these. You know, I gotta just do the middle one. I always like the middle one for the bottom. Just so the tag can get in and out without, you know, having issues. And of course, I'm gonna have to, you know, inky up the back, but I'll do that a little bit. If I have time, I might do it before we say goodbye. Okay, so there's that. That's gonna look good. Let's see what it looks like. Let's do, this is gonna go in like this. Am I having, oh, there it goes. Look how pretty. That's gonna be so pretty. Okay, I can kind of turn it to the side so you can see the full. Okay, love it. That looks good. Love it, love it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do our little thing down at the bottom. And you know what? I just thought about doing some birds or something at the top. That'd be cute. Let's do it. Every page is going to be different. It's just whatever I feel like doing, whatever I get out. And that is the whole fun of it. And I love my stamps, and we're going to use a lot of stamps. And let me tell you, if you don't have stamps, let me know. If you're one of the 5 that says, hello, darling, and then says one word about why you watch this channel, what you like about it, you know, let me know if you like stamps, because I have thousands of them, and I can definitely give some away. I already have. So, those of you that benefited from them, you know, I hope you're using them. I mean, I have lots, so I definitely like to share. Okay, so what do you think? And then I can put the pail right here. And then we can cover it with some of this little sand stuff. Oh, yeah. That's going to look good. Let's do the sand first, and then we'll do that. Okay? Okay, that sounds good. So I have some coffee. This is archival ink, and this is by Ranger, and it's the color is called coffee. And I think that would be best for sand. And so let's just do you know, we're just trying to make this sand look, right? Even though that's the sky, this can be the sky, because the Adirondacks chair is going to be sitting right there. Say that 10 times fast. Adirondack. Okay, so we're going to do that. Okay, and I'm going to do black. I'm doing black archival ink because this is black, and we're just going for it. But I'm going to do the bottom one first because that is going to set the stage. All the cute little birdies. Let's see what we got. We need to make sure that they get a lot of, yeah, because they need to have full ink on their little bodies. Full ink. We need to make sure they are not, yeah, they are full inked. So we're just going to put this right down here. I hope that I was in frame. If not, I'm going to be in trouble. I need to, I don't want them to smudge. Let me just stand up. Perfect. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. I'm sorry, Delilah. I didn't mean to scare you. Mama's sorry. Okay, and then this one, definitely going to come down like this. I might have put that a little high, but it's okay. Okay, let me do that. Let me ink that off. It's so important to do this because I really need to have cards already made up available, and I actually do. Just that I can stamp off on them, because it just, you know, just to make sure you have them cleaned off. Okay, where's my ink? Hello? Is this black? Yes. Did I put the other one back? No, there it is over there. Okay, I just want to make sure I have the right one. Okay, so you see how it's solid, and my ink pad is not that juicy, so I have to hit it a couple of times, but then I can look at it and see how you can tell whether or not you have it all the way on there. Okay, so I'm going to bring it down just a little bit, and that's it. And I'm just going to press hard and hold it. Not the best as I would like, but that's okay because it's actually on the white, so that's good. That's okay. I'm good with that. Look how cute that is with the little birds. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. See, if I would have had some cards, I could have had some just some faded ones on there, and that would have been cute. It's amazing how much ink is on here. Okay, so there's that. And, okay, I have a pail. It just seems big to me, but I don't want too much. I could do a little crab. This is actually kind of cute, little crab. I don't know, I like the pail better. I mean, who sees a crab when they go to the beach? I don't. But I like crab. My daddy used to bring those home when he was a shrimper. We used to eat crabs and shrimp. We ate so good as kids. And Mama introduced us to all the good things in life. She was a good mama. Okay. Yes. Is that cute? I just love it. I just think that's so cute. And these stamps are coming off pretty good. I'm pressing really hard too. And I must have put a lot of ink on there, but a lot's still coming off. Okay, I love it. I love it. And then I'm going to have the bird. And you know what? I'm okay with it not being anything more than that. And then I'll have the back to, let me put these up. You know how I am. I got to put stuff up because, you know, I'll start using it and be like, oh my, what's this? But anyway, let's find something to put at the top. Some kind of sari silk or something. If you don't have sari silk, use string. You know what? I think I have some. I'm okay with string too. Let's see. If you're at the beach, what would you use? Netting, fishing line, something like that. Okay, so that's cute. I think that looks good. And then the other thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to just make, for one, I wanted to clean that off. Let me get my toilet wipe. Let me get my toilet wipe here. Just kind of clean that off. But see how you can use an envelope, and if it has black writing on it, you just put a little gesso, or this is cheaper than gesso, but and it's just chalk paint, so you just put a little bit of that, and it takes it, because sometimes they have that little marking up the side, you could put some there, and then voila, there you go. I mean, you don't have to worry about, you know, collaging. You could just stamp and make something pretty out of it. Okay, so anyway, what I wanted to do is I have a little marker here. You know how when you're a little girl and you used to make like seagulls and stuff and you just do like that? Just do like that. Just wanted to do a few. I think that looks cute. Okay, so we're done. Let's put it in the journal because it is done and ready to go. Did we say back? I mean, I'm okay with that. So if that's what we said, that's what we say. I said what I said, okay? I said what I said. The only thing is that you can see that right there. That's the only thing I do not like. And I don't know if I want to ink it. I'm kind of thinking I do, you know? So I'm going to have to keep you here while I ink it. I mean, you know, we got to ink it. We inked everything else. Right? I mean, come on. Plus, let's add a little bit more so it just looks like sand. Let's do it. Cute, cute. Okay, so there's that. Get out of there. Now this is my issue, is this. I'm not a big fan of that. Of you being able to see that. Had I had this piece of paper all the way up, you wouldn't have seen as much of it. But you know what it says? It says, look, I'm an envelope. What do you think of that? That's what it says. There was something in there. Okay. So here's what I want to know. Do you want to glue the whole thing down and then just have one? Or do you want to glue it top and bottom and then have a little side thing? Because honestly, we can't get it too thick because it's going to be a gator mouth, okay? We don't need no gator mouth. We just need it to be a nice little journal. So I'm going to just glue the whole thing down. Yes, I made an executive decision. Let's just glue the whole thing down. Because I can do it. I can flip it and flop it and tuck it and talk it. I can do all the things because that's, I mean, if I can find another space to put another tag or whatever, I'm going to do it. But sometimes you just have to say no. Okay? You just have to say no. Oop, am I out of thing? Okay, so I'm going to bring it here. I'm just going to bring it to the edge. Right along there. That looks good. I'm pleased. I am pleased. I just love to do different stuff. And sometimes I get bored with kits and all that. And I know I make them, like I said, but oh my goodness. Sometimes I just want to do something different and fun. And that's what we're doing. And I hope that you are coming along with me and enjoying it too. And just seeing all the different things that you can do. And I want to hear, did you get to go to the thrift store? Did you go to the library and check out their, you know, the things that they have for free? There's a little thing down here that's causing it not to, and I don't know what it is. It's catching on something. And I don't know unless I didn't glue it down well enough. It's right there. Let me look before I let you go, because I know you're going to be concerned, just like I am. I don't know. I can't really see now that I've put it in the journal. Oh, it is. It's that little lip, but it'll go down because it did it earlier. I don't know why. I do not know what the deal is. Pickle? What the deal, Pickle? It is catching like right there. I do not know, but you know what? It's okay. I'm going to fix it. It didn't do it earlier, so I don't know what the deal is unless I got glue in there. But I'll fix it. And it's in, so it is what it is. So if I have to cut some of this off so that it fits in there right, well, then I'll do it. Thanks for coming today. Happy Monday to you. I hope that you have a fabulous week. I'll see you Thursday for Scraps and Thoughts Thursday. And so for now, remember, you only know what you know until you know something different. Bye-bye.